everyone, welcome back to Preeti Physics classes, and today's class 9th chapter Force and Laws of Motion. Remember what we studied till now? We studied Newton's first law, Newton's second law, Newton's third law. Today we will start with the very important topic of that chapter, law of conservation of momentum. Okay, we need to study about this thing. Okay, so let's get started. सबसे पहले momentum क्या है? I told you already, and you guys know momentum is mass into velocity. We were writing that with the letter P, mass into velocity. It was a vector quantity. Now, what is the definition of law of conservation of momentum? This law says that in any isolated system, net momentum of that system or the bodies inside the system is always remain constant. In simple words, we can say in any collision, momentum of bodies before and after collision will always remain same. Will always remain same. Isolated system means what? When I was saying isolated, it means there are no external force applied on any system. For example, I am making this box. This is a system. In that there are two bodies. This is A and this is B. Okay. This one is having momentum PA. This one is having momentum PB. Now this system, if I will say isolated, isolated means no external force. Nothing is happening around it. No force is there. So we can say this system is isolated. Now two bodies are inside this. It may be 3, it may be 4. Inside an isolated system, the net momentum of the system PA plus PB. For example, I am writing it P system. जो सिस्टम का मोमेंटम है वो इज इक्वल टू है PA प्लस PB ना. आफ्टर कोलिजन, फॉर एग्जाम्पल दोनों आपस में कोलाइड हुए, उसके बाद इट इज PA डैश, इट इज PB डैश. सो नेट मोमेंटम इज रिमेन सेम. इट इज इक्वल टू दिस PA डैश प्लस PB डैश. Try to understand it, bacha. What I'm saying that the net momentum of the system is always remain constant if there is no external force we are applying on that system. Now in that system there may be two bodies, there may be three bodies or more than that. So when they are colliding with each other, net momentum is always same. So simple way में हम इसको कैसे define कर सकते हैं? During collision or in any collision, when one body is colliding with the another, the net momentum before collision is equal to the net momentum after collision. We need to prove this. How we will prove? We will use Newton's third law. And what was that? Each and every action has equal and opposite reaction, and action and reaction acts on two different bodies. Okay, so for example, I am taking here one body A having mass mg. Okay, and here body B having mass md. This one is moving with the velocity ua, initial velocity. Okay, this one is ub. This I am writing before collision. Before collision I am writing. Okay, so if ua is greater than ub, so after time t, कुछ देर के बाद क्या होगा, ये एक दूसरे से टकराएंगे. This is A, this is B. Mass will remain same. Mass पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. They will collide, and they will collide, for example, for time t. After collision, now again they will move after collision. After collision again. Now after collision, what will happen? They will again move. For example, A. Mass same ma. Now its final velocity va. After collision I am writing it with the v. Of course, when one body is striking with the another with some velocity, so what will happen? There will change in the velocity of both the bodies. So here I am writing va. B mass में कोई change नहीं होता है, mb. And now for example it is moving with the v. Firstly understand this diagram. See, there are two bodies, they are having their own mass and they are moving with some velocities. Now I am saying that this is moving with the ua, this is moving with the ub, because I am writing the initial velocity of both the bodies. So I am writing it with the letter u, ua, ub. Now what happened if I am taking ua is greater than the ub? So after some time it will strike will strike with the B body. When they will strike, so it will give its kinetic energy to this one, and there will be some change in the velocity. For example, there is one, आप लोगों ने वो गेम हम लोग खेलते हैं ना, that what should I call that, मार्बल्स जो होते हैं उनके साथ जब हम गेम खेलते हैं, हम एक मार्बल्स को अगर दूसरे मार्बल्स के ऊपर फेंक रहे हैं या कुछ वेलोसिटी के साथ उसको हिट कर रहे हैं, सो व्हाट इज हैपन, देयर इज मोशन, देयर इज वेलोसिटी इन द सेकंड वन एंड द फर्स्ट वन आल्सो, दोनों में होता है. इट कैन बी डिक्रीज, इट कैन बी इंक्रीज, दैट डिपेंड ऑन देयर वेलोसिटीज, रिस्पेक्टिव वेलोसिटीज जो पहले थी उनके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है, बट ऑफ कोर्स देयर विल बी चेंज. सो आफ्टर कोलिजन आई एम राइटिंग हियर दिस इज मूविंग विद द वेलोसिटी va and this is moving with the velocity vb. So this is the diagram. Now what we will use by Newton's third law. Now by Newton's third law, what we know, force on A due to B is always equal and opposite of force on B due to A. ये याद है हम लोगों को. फोर्स का फॉर्मूला क्या होता है, मास इनटू एक्सेलरेशन. Now this is the acceleration of A on B and this is the acceleration of B on A. Acceleration का फॉर्मूला क्या होता है, V minus U by T. So in place of this, I am talking about the force on A due to B. So can I write VA minus UA divided by T? क्योंकि हम किसकी बात कर रहे हैं, फोर्स ऑन ए ड्यू टू बी. ए के ऊपर जो फोर्स लग रहा है, अभी ए के ऊपर फोर्स लगेगा तो किसकी एक्सेलरेशन, किसकी वेलोसिटी चेंज होगी, यहाँ पे वेलोसिटी में किस में चेंज आएगा, ए में. सो कितना चेंज आया, पहले कितनी थी, सॉरी फाइनल वेलोसिटी कितनी है ए की, VA. इनिशियल वेलोसिटी कितनी है, UA. सो राइट डाउन VA minus UA by T. दिस इज द फोर्स ऑन A due to B. नाउ इफ आई विल राइट फोर्स ऑन B due to A, okay, can I remove this diagram, क्योंकि I hope you got this diagram. ठीक है, this was the initial velocity, this was the final, this was the collision, so you got this. I am erasing this. Now listen, so when we will apply Newton's third law, we are writing force on A due to B. This is the force on A. किसकी वजह से है, B की वजह से है. This is the formula. Now I am writing force on B due to A. When I am and the यहाँ पे मास किसका होगा, A का, md. फोर्स ऑन B ड्यू टू A, सो B में चेंज आएगा. B में कितना चेंज आएगा, वेलोसिटी VB माइनस UB डिवाइडेड बाय T. एंड आई एम राइटिंग दिस इन प्लेस ऑफ एक्सेलरेशन, क्योंकि तुम सबको पता है एक्सेलरेशन का फॉर्मूला क्या है, फर्स्ट चैप्टर में हम लोगों ने पढ़ा है, V माइनस U बाय T, चेंज इन द वेलोसिटी विद रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम. ओके, सो दिस इज FBA, दिस इज FAB. Now according to Newton's third law, this is the statement. Put the values here. When you will put the values, this side it will be MA VA minus UA divided by T is equal to minus MD, and this will be VB minus UB divided by T. Now cross multiply, T will be cancel out from both the sides. So multiply MA VA minus MA UA. This side will be minus MB VB, minus minus inside plus MB UB. Now what you will do, take this negative sign, VB के terms, B terms we will take together, U terms we will take together. So we will take this side and this particular portion this side. So what will be the result, MAVA plus MBVB. इसको हम इधर लेके आए, ठीक है, is equal to MBUB plus this one MAUA. Now see बच्चा, this is what, MAVA final momentum of A plus MBVB final momentum of B. So final momentum of both the bodies is equal to MBUB initial momentum of B plus initial momentum of A, total initial momentum. This is the total final momentum, this is the total initial momentum. So during collision, what is happening during collision, for the time t, there is change in the velocity, no change in the mass, but because of that net momentum of the bodies before collision and after collision will remain same. There is no change in the momentum. Momentum is mass into velocity. Here I am talking about a system. For example, if I take this room and if we are taking our classroom as an example, and that classroom is isolated, there is no factors, no external factors affecting that. So net momentum of all the students inside the classroom will remain same. Okay, so the net amount will remain same. So यहाँ पे जो simple definition है क्या है during collision net momentum before collision, this u1, this is before collision, क्योंकि velocity before collision कितना था, UAUT. Before collision net momentum is equal to the net momentum after collision. Okay, so this was the conservation of linear momentum. यहाँ पे बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस बनते हैं, इसके एप्लीकेशन भी है, जिनमें से एक है recoil velocity of gun. So the next topic is what? Next topic is recoil velocity of gun, and we will solve some numerical. Okay, so next topic is recoil of gun. See, recoil of gun, or we can say recoiling velocity of gun. So now we studied about the conservation of momentum, that the net momentum of the system remains constant after collision and before collision. So in this case, what is happening when we are having one gun with the bullet, and of course we are not firing that gun right now. So before firing the gun, what is the scenario there? What is the case there? See, if there is gun, inside gun there is bullet also, and before firing both are at rest. Both are at rest. Gun as well as bullet दोनों रेस्ट पे हैं. So अगर हम लोग उनका वेलोसिटी लिखेंगे UG मीन initial velocity of gun and UB means initial velocity of bullet. Both are what? 0. So जो net momentum होगा before firing, net momentum before firing, what is that? That will be 0. Okay, क्योंकि दोनों का कुछ ना कुछ मास होगा. For example, mass of gun I am saying mg, mass of bullet I am saying mb. So when we will write it, what we will write? mg ug plus mb ub. Now we know ub is 0, ug is 0, so we will put an initial momentum, or we can say net momentum before firing is what? 0. Now what will happen after firing? Now see, after firing, when bullet will go in this direction, so gun, according to Newton's third law, equal and opposite reaction, when bullet is going in this direction, so gun also move in the backward direction. So if I am saying the velocity of bullet VB, after firing the velocity of bullet I am writing with the VB. So velocity of the gun, this is known as the recoil velocity of gun. When we are firing, after that the velocity with which the gun is coming backward, वो jerk लगता है ना shoulder के ऊपर, that is the recoil velocity. So recoil velocity जो है उसको मैं लिख रही हूँ VG से. Okay, the velocity with which gun is coming in the backward direction. Bullet is going in the forward direction, gun is coming in the backward direction, and that velocity is known as the recoil velocity of the gun. So we need to calculate this. How we will calculate? We will apply conservation of linear momentum. So this was the net momentum before firing. This is the momentum after firing. So after firing, when you will write, what was the mass of gun? mg. What is the velocity of gun after firing? vg plus mb. Bullet ka mass vb. Bullet ki velocity. So this is the final momentum after firing. This is the initial momentum. By using conservation of momentum, we can write net momentum before and after firing. So according to conservation of momentum, we are using that here. According to conservation of momentum, net momentum before firing is equal to net momentum after firing. Net momentum after firing. Okay, so write down the values. When we will write down the values, you know this is the net momentum after firing, and net momentum before firing is what? 0. So we can write it like this: mg vg plus mb vb is equal to 0 when we are applying conservation of momentum. Now see bacha, what we need to find out? Recoil velocity of gun. It means we need to calculate Vg. So Vg हम लोगों को निकालना है, बाकी का फैक्टर्स उस तरफ लेके जाओ. What will happen? Vg is equal to, इसको लेके जाएंगे, what will happen? Minus mb vb, and this one is in product, so this will come here in division, mg. This formula is for the recoil velocity of gun, and we will solve numericals also on conservation of momentum and on what? On recoil velocity of gun. There are lots of questions on this, and very important topic, how to calculate the recoil velocity of gun by applying conservation of momentum. Okay, other than that, there is rocket propulsion also, that when the gases inside the rocket start burning, so they put the pressure on the earth, they are that exhaust gases, they will put force on the earth, and then in the opposite reactions rocket will fly away. There is also force on AB is equal and opposite to force on B due to A, that is the Newton third law. Okay, so that can also we can explain with this. Okay, so now we will do some numericals and let's see how you'll. So till now in this chapter, force and laws of motion, we studied all these terms. A quick recap of all the terms, and then theory wise this chapter is complete, and in the next class we will do some numericals. So see, force is what? Force is a kind of push and pull, and we can say external effort in form of the push and pull that change the state of motion or state of rest of any object. Two kind, balanced and unbalanced. Balanced force is what? If we are applying more than one force on any object and the net resultant is zero, it means we are applying the force from many sides, but net effect is nothing. So all the forces are cancel out each other. Net effect is zero. That is known as the balanced force. Unbalanced force is what? If the net resultant is not there, not zero. For example, tug of war. So the team that will win was applying more force than the team that lose the match. Okay. So what is happening when you are applying more than one force on any object and there is some resultant of that, or we can say some force, net force is coming, it is not coming zero. That is known as the unbalanced force. Then the next we studied about the Newton first, second and third law of motion. First law was also called as the law of inertia. What was that? That if there is no external force, there is no change in the state of the object. If it is in the motion, it will be in the motion with the same velocity. If it is in the rest, it will be in the rest. So when there is no force, there is no change in the state, known as the law of inertia. Second law, Newton's second law say that when you are applying force on any object, so there is some change in the momentum of the object. So according to Newton's second law, force is directly proportional to rate of change of that momentum. This was the Newton's second law. Third law that we studied was the equal and opposite force. Action and reactions are equal and opposite, but they act on the different bodies. Always remember this thing. If I am applying force on you, so you are a different body and I am a different body. So if we are applying force on A due to B is equal and opposite to force on B due to A. इसमें ये याद रखना है कि force on A due to B. So there are two different objects, not the same object. Okay. Next thing is what? Inertia. Inertia is a term that is related with the mass, or we can simply say inertia is measured by the mass. If a body is having more mass, so it means body is having more inertia. Then we studied momentum. Momentum is the product of mass and velocity of the body. It depends on the two factors. It depends on the mass. It also depends on the velocity of the object. For example, जो मैंने आप लोगों को बताया था ना, bullet, when we are firing bullet, so bullet is having more velocity. So momentum of bullet, if we compare with some bicycle or some motorcycle, so that will be less. Okay, momentum of bullet will be more. Then we studied about, today only we studied about the conservation of momentum, that during collision net momentum, when some accident is happening or two bodies are colliding with each other, so net momentum before that collision is equal to net momentum after that collision. On the base of this, there is one topic that is known as the recoil velocity of the gun. So it means when we are firing bullet, so what happened when we are firing bullet? So gun is coming in the backward direction with some velocity, and that is known as the recoil velocity of gun. So we calculated that also. So these were the theory part. In the next part we will do numericals. Numerical of this chapters are very important. So please just stay happy, healthy and concentrate in your study. Enjoy your vacations and have a good day. Thank you. And please, if you like my video, so press like button and share this and subscribe my channel. Please. Thank you.